your show.
As if we haven't frightened you enough, we've got a doozer right now. Earthquakes, volcanoes, asteroids, even solar storms. This little planet we're on is at risk from a number of natural hazards. And who are the watchmen on the lookout for these global threats? And what exactly do they do? CBN's Gabe LaMonica has that answer.
Existential scenarios like an asteroid hitting Earth face pretty long odds.
The likelihood of that happening are literally astronomical.
But just in case, the Earth has a watchman on the lookout for exactly the kind of threat that wiped out the dinosaurs.
So we now have the technology to detect these things far in advance.
Lindley Johnson is NASA's planetary defense officer.
We believe we have already found all of the near-Earth asteroids that are of that size that could cause the same kind of catastrophe that occurred to the dinosaurs. But there are still a few large ones to find out there.
Johnson and other planetary defenders have a plan to redirect an asteroid potentially heading for Earth. And next summer, NASA will test that capability for the first time by crashing a probe into an asteroid's moon, knocking it off orbit and off course.
We've been given the tools to prevent this ever happening to us again, and so we should use them.
The Watchers call scenarios like these high-impact, low-probability events.
Up from the crater of 4,000-foot-high Mount Vesuvius rise towering clouds of smoke and volcanic ash.
The 1944 eruption of Mount Vesuvius rained down on the Naples area some 2,000 years after it destroyed Pompeii.
This sort of gets into social science.
Geophysicist Michael Poland is with the U.S. Geological Survey.
How do you coordinate an evacuation of a city of millions? There are environments like that all over the world, not just Naples, but environments like that in Indonesia and the Philippines. You know, there was an eruption of Taal volcano in the Philippines, which is only a few tens of kilometers south of Manila, where there's millions of people that live. And if there had been a very large eruption of that volcano, fortunately the eruption was small and no one died, but if there had been a large eruption, how do you coordinate a really mass evacuation?
There's no stopping a volcano.
No, occasionally we get this question, like, why don't you just drill into the volcano and pump water down there? And the scale of the problem is really incomprehensibly big. So no, you can't stop a volcano from erupting. You might be able to divert some of the products, but the best mitigation methods we have today are to get out of the way.
The eruption of Mount St. Helens.
In just minutes, the 1980 eruption of Mount St. Helens resulted in 57 lives lost and hundreds of millions of dollars in damage. After destroying every living thing within 230 square miles, the devastation forced the world to take volcano monitoring a little more seriously.
The science of eruption forecasting certainly has advanced quite a lot. We can recognize eruptions that are becoming restless based on patterns in earthquakes, ground deformation, gas emissions.
Poland also oversees the Yellowstone Volcano Observatory.
In Yellowstone, the worst case scenario is always a tremendous explosion of the kind that last happened about 631,000 years ago. That was one of these super eruptions that occur on average maybe every 50 to 100,000 years somewhere on the planet.
Scientists think that worst case scenario is also the least likely to happen. But if it did,
it's not going to cause our extinction. That's not to say that it wouldn't be pretty devastating.
Sure.
These sorts of eruptions would be immediately devastating to everything around them, out to a radius of hundreds to thousands of kilometers.
While hundreds of active volcanoes exist around the world, another threat hangs right above our heads. Luckily, this July 23, 2012 eruption on the sun that sent giant particle clouds hurtling through space at 6.7 million miles an hour missed the Earth. In 1859, one of these eruptions hit Earth. Now known as the Carrington event, it's the largest geomagnetic storm on record. Today, a Carrington-like event would be similar to an electromagnetic pulse, or EMP. In that case, the plan is a temporary shutoff to save the grid. We might not be able to predict or prevent every catastrophe or global disaster, but having early warning systems in place is always a good idea. Gabe LaMonica, CBN News.
Well, you know, we have been hammering away at this one so much. An EMP blast is something for the low-level nuclear explosion, something out of the sun, a trick from one of our enemies. And the grid, it would cost really just a few $1 billion to harden our grid, but if the electricity goes out, we're in a heap of hurt. So that's something that it doesn't seem to want to come up on the top of somebody's agenda, but it's so cheap considering the millions and billions of dollars we're spending on everything else. And I think we need to harden that electric grid as fast as we could, because we never know when an EMP blast is going to hit. It might come from the sun. It might come from a low-level nuclear explosion. It might come from cyber malware of some kind. But whatever it is, we ought to do it. Wendy.
Well, up next, he's prayed with the president in the Oval Office, been featured in